Hi, crafty friends. It's Terry from Terry's Mailbox, and I'm here today to present this, I guess, trapped watercolor would be the best way to describe it. I put these two cards, or I put several cards out as part of the Simon Says challenges and had a request to do a video. So here we go. I'm using the Simon Says Stamps leaf background. And what I decided to do was to ink blend on a watercolor cardstock. So again, I'm kind of using fall colors here, the carved pumpkin and the bright red and the yellow. I think I used fossilized amber here. And again, just kind of covering the background with these different colors of distress inks. Just kind of doing it randomly, just wanted to make sure I had lots of color on there. And so here I'm doing the fired brick color, adding that in there. And again, kind of trying to get a fall color scheme going. And so the next thing that I'm going to do, I'll clean my craft mat here. I'm going to spray it generously with water and kind of let the colors kind of soak in and run. And then obviously I grabbed my heat tool to dry it off. I love the way the watercolor paper created a texture. I was not prepared for that, but in the end I really like the way it's kind of added a speckly look onto the watercolor cardstock. So again, I'm drying because the next thing I'm going to do is clear heat emboss on top of it. So obviously it's got to be extremely dry or else I'll have no design. So there I am kind of testing the cardstock to be sure that it is in fact dry. And once I determined it was, I inked my stamp up with the Versamark. And then here I am just kind of pushing it down to make sure that I get really good coverage. And then, of course, adding the clear embossing powder. I did another version, and I did insert that card at the end of this video with kind of purples and olive greens and oranges. I thought it turned out really, really well, too. I liked that. This just happened to be the segment that I recorded. But again, this technique could certainly be used for lots of different colors and different types of cards. So again, I'm going to go ahead and heat emboss the background to make sure the watercolor or the first layer of the watercolor is trapped beneath the heat embossing. I'm loving fall colors. I don't know, my Instagram page, I had posted a picture the other day of our driveway, which was a carpet of yellow and orange and green leaves. It was crazy. It took me about an hour and a half yesterday to get them moved off the driveway. But I love the fall colors, but just leaf raking's not really my thing. So there I've got it dry or heat embossed. And I've got that, that nice clear coat on there. So the next thing I did was I went back with the exact same colors and, tried to hit the same areas as I did on the first layer. And you can see it really darkens it up quite a bit. It really adds a whole lot of color and, just really makes it much more vibrant. So there I'm going again with the ink blending. Again, look at how bright those colors become when you put that second layer on. It's really kind of amazing. Very cool. And here I go. I'm going to wet it again and let the colors kind of run and, just kind of dissolve and do their thing. So I'll get my heat tool and, of course, my paper towel to do a little bit of drying. On the other card, which you'll see at the end, or you can go to my Instagram account, on Terry's mailbox if you want to check out the other card, but I used the entire background. This one I decided to cut a leaf shape out of it and then use part of the background as a banner for a sentiment. So there I used this large Stampendous leaf. I've had this set for a long time, but I really like the size of the leaves, but you can see there that I cut that shape out. And then the next thing I decided to do was, let's give it a lot of texture here. So I decided to use a brown distress ink on the background of the cork. And again, just kind of giving it that, that dimension. I think I used Aged Photo maybe, or I forget the exact name. But anyway, so here I am kind of, smooshing on the stamp back to make sure that I get good coverage. And there you go. Boy, look at that texture. That's pretty cool. And then I'm going to put the leaf on there and then play around with that border there that you see. So here I've cut the background down and I'm attaching it, gluing the sentiment, Thankful Sentiment. This is from a Simon Says set as well, done by CZ. I love her stuff. I love the sentiments and just the simple nature of the sentiments. And I'm going to glue and tape gun the leaf to make sure I get good adhesion. And then I always set my acrylic blocks on top of glued things to make sure that they get completely stuck down. I think that's why my blocks always have glue stuck on them. But anyway, so there's the final card. And here's again a close-up of the sentiment. And you can see here, that it also was cut and stamped on cork. I thought that turned out really nice. And then the next picture is the other background. So thanks for joining me here today. Be sure to check out my other social media sites. I've got Instagram, Facebook, I've got Blogger, and YouTube.